Hey everybody, XEI here for a new Let's Play for a game called Dig or Die. It's done by developer Gaddy Games. I believe this is a one-person team. The last I read is that he was looking for a graphic designer to help him with the graphics, but based on the screenshots I've seen, the earlier screenshots I've seen of this game, it looks like the significant work has already been done to the graphics. So this is an early access game on Steam right now. It's on version 0.23, so it looks like there's a lot more stuff coming to this game. I'm going to play normal right now because I still want to explore things in the game in this Let's Play. I've played two other solid runs before this. I've gotten to the last biome, the lava hellish biome, but I didn't clear the game because I wanted to leave some stuff for this Let's Play. So I feel like I got a good handle on things, so I'm not going to be too noobish going along, but yeah, anyways, I love this game. I love the fact that it randomly generates. Okay, hold on. You are a representative of Craft & Co. You are selling automated fabrication tools across the galaxy until the day you crash on a dangerous wild planet. So what I was saying is that the land randomly generates every time you start up a new game. So, I just noticed that there's a hound, like your ship crashed on a hound. That's awesome, and it actually fades away, so no wonder I've never noticed it before. That's pretty funny. So you have this thing called a miniaturizer, and this is what you use. This is the thing I picked up on with some of the scrap metal right now. This is what you use to pick up things like this: flora, trees, earth, whatever. And you come with a plasma rifle, so something you can start shooting things with. Now you'll notice what the thing I love the best about the game is you'll notice that the rain that falls will actually flow downhill, and on top of that, it'll get soaked up by this dirt here, and it'll start seeping out of the soil for a while. So the very, very smart physics in this game, which make it just, for me, it's just one of the winning features of this game for sure. Now, I have had a theory about how much soil you need in order to sustain tree growth, and I've proven that if you, like for example, if I cut away this piece of soil right here, this layer of soil right here, and I plant trees here, trees will not grow on a single layer of soil. I believe they need 2 or 3 layers of soil for the tree to grow. So it's something I'm going to experiment with on this Let's Play, things like that. Just now that I've had some of my very addictive playthroughs out of the way, like I fully intended to stop playing much earlier on the other runs, but this game is so addictive that I could not stop playing. I put 50 hours in the game before I realized like what I've done. So it's one of those, oh god, I need to stop this, and I need to take 2 months off just so I can have some of the stuff be fresh for me again for this Let's Play. So hopefully you guys enjoy this playthrough. I'm going to do only an audio version. I'm not going to have cam on this because I feel webcam only adds value to a game when there's an emotional component to it, like it's happy or sad or a horror game or something like that, you know? Ooh, I kind of didn't want to kill that guy. So as you kill creatures, those will be the creatures that show up at night to attack your fortification. So try to be very selective about the things you kill. I wanted to sort of limit myself to killing fireflies. Like right now, having this lake right here is pretty helpful because these hounds will get confused in that water and hopefully drown themselves before they become a problem for you. So that's good for early on. You'll also notice one of my early tactics here is the trees you end up I always want to say dematerializing, but miniaturizing will drop acorns. And so very early, if you can remember, just as soon as you get acorns, plant those suckers. Just regrow those trees. Keep harvesting as much wood as you can so that you can build planks as fast as possible. So I'm going to quickly build some planks right now because I feel like there's at least a scenario right here that's going to cause me some trouble. I'm going to build some wooden crates so I can build my base later on, later in the day here, this day cycle. Anyway, so I'm going to let those trees keep growing. I'm going to explore over yonder because I like the fact that they've given me this lake so close, because you'll notice some luminescent stuff down here. These are oh crap, maybe I will kill them, screw it. You can't kill these piranhas with this rifle. You can push them back, you can eventually kill them, but your gun will overheat faster than you can get them. So I'm just gonna quickly harvest some of these light plants down here before this piranha can be a problem for me, because you'll need those to eventually make lights, flashlights, and lamps to light your way. So that's pretty sweet. I love that that's so nearby. That's so cool. And I love the flooding mechanic on this. Like, it's a very dangerous mechanic. It can be something that can really become a problem for you very early on if you don't Yeah, look at this. This is beautiful. Like the fact that this will happen. So I'll show you what I mean by like why this can be both a negative and positive thing for you. So what I do is I'll do some crazy thing like this, and I'll just extend this lake out, and I'll start doing that as I go. And I'll sort of create a flooded protection zone. Like really what I'm trying to do is just keep as many land creatures at bay as possible by making them travel through water, which slows them down. It allows me to recalibrate my plan in order to defend myself. And oh, you'll notice these things right here. Wow, this is pretty low actually. You got these sky islands up here with these floating rocks right here. This is actually like a very light rock that ends up floating, and they got some resources you need later on in the game where you'll need to build towers so you can get to these islands and pick up resources from them. So this is a nice area for me to just harvest these things real quick. That piranha's not a threat to me. I'm still pretty good in my day here, so I'm going to grab a couple more trees along the way. These are really healthy trees right here. This is the perfect kind of land where you'll notice like these acorns falling right here. You'll get two types of acorns. I guess they're not all called acorns, are they? I don't. You'll get the seed of the tree that you can then keep replanting. So on my way back, I'm a very green kind of player, you know. I like to harvest these trees up, but then I do my part for the environment by clicking on the seeds and just replanting on my way back home. You want to keep one space between each tree, or your tree will not grow if you put them side by side. So just be cognizant of that. Like that right there will be not as efficient for me, so I'm going to just make sure there's like a space between. Sorry, Buggy, I'm not really. Hey, listen, I'm trying to focus on gardening here. Please, no, come on, don't do this. Don't make this about violence. Okay, so let's get my acorns back, and that might not grow. So I might have stunted both those. You know, we'll just come back and check that just to validate, but I'm pretty sure about that. There's also something else that happens where if you only have this much soil, you'll notice this one won't grow. This one might grow to 2 maybe, but you'll notice that the amount of soil under your tree actually affects how high your tree will grow. It's again, very smart mechanics in this game. So I'm going to plant 2 here just so I can come back and see what 2 pieces of soil will do to your tree growth. You'll notice that that guy spawned up there, dropped to his death. Also very wonderful when animals can kill themselves before becoming a threat to me on this planet. Very hostile world, you know. So you have to leverage as much as you can from the environment itself so that you can persevere. You have to let these creatures know that you are in control of you will be in control of this planet. Oh, you'll also notice the wooden blocks don't actually keep water up top. They'll work like soil where they actually drain. They end up draining. So you need stone blocks in order to keep this level, in order to maintain this level of water. So something else to keep in mind. Now, of course, if you flood things like this, you'll obviously not be able to grow trees here anymore because they'll be too drenched with water, too saturated with water. But anyways, I love this little stairwell here. There we go. My wonderful little forest is already growing above me. I want this very easy access forest so that I can have easy access to wood as I go. Now, next thing I want to build, because night's coming, I already have it, is just a quick base. You'll realize I'm very frugal in the early stages. Let me just build a couple more of these. This is all you need. This is all you need in order to survive the first night. You also need a turret, and for a turret you need some metal. You'll pick up this scrap along the way, so just turn it all into iron ore and then get yourself a turret and put a turret above you like this, and you'll have good coverage over top. You have a good level of protection below you because animals won't, the hounds in particular, won't chew their way up towards you through the earth if they can work their way around, and they will find the easiest path to you, is what I'm saying. So they'll likely jump up through here and try to get me this way. So I'll let the turret do most of the work for the fireflies. I'll let it get the rear here. I'll probably be able to cover this part right here and this part right here. And then I will just cover the front right here. It'll get dark really quickly. The fireflies have their own ambient light, so they'll help light up the area. I love how tall this tree is growing. So I'm gonna maybe keep this 4 layers of soil deep, and I'm gonna start carving below here, and I'm going to try to maintain a nice wooded area up here. So anyways, what I was saying is that these guys will light up your night for you. This will get super dark until you can start getting like creating lamps with those plants you've got, those little luminescent plants from down here. You need to upgrade your auto builder to 2, I believe, before you can build lights. You'll also notice your gun will let out its own light. I like to create this back wall here because there's some recoil to your guns, and so you don't want to shoot your way into being able to get shot at and stuff. I do stand a little closer to the edge here, so I can have some I can have a higher cone radius here. Looks like there's a lot of activity in the rear here. This hound's not going to make it, so that's good to know. So let that turret do most of the work up back there. I'll deal with the front door here. Ooh, that almost got me. Now something's chewing something to get at me. Ooh, I don't know where this hound is at, but if that starts piling up with too many enemies, one little trick with the fire radius of these bugs is if they shoot at you, if you just take a step back, you will leave their distance. They will shoot at you as soon as you're in range to be shot at. So your goal is to just keep that same distance to them and then as soon as they shoot, just take one step back and you will leave the fire radius like that, as you'll notice right now that I'm doing. I'll just come out a little bit, shoot, but then walk back. Pretty solid tactic. Ooh, I do want to be careful with those hounds coming up from behind me though, because I can't see what they're doing down here. So they, for some reason, these guys right here think it's easier to get at me by chewing their way through earth. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get them to move that way so that they can stop taking away the resources below me. Like, I'm just trying to get them to notice that they can probably get around me here, but they're not too smart. They don't seem too smart. You'll notice my gun, if I spam click, my gun will overheat. So that's why you want to have this support on the first night, and then you just want to just tap your gun. Don't get too nuts. Now I need dawn to come real quick because I need to deal with that problem. Other cool thing with this game right now is you can take your turret away, rebuild your turret, full health. So pretty solid mechanic that keeps the momentum of the game going, which is also something I really love. Like, this is problematic. That's a lot of crap. That's a lot of trouble for me. That can go really bad real quick, just because you don't have the right gun to be able to panic click your way out of something like that, and you don't want to fall accidentally into that clusterfuck. So, well, now we know that I'll be swearing through this Let's Play. I was thinking maybe I'd keep it clean, but alas, this guy will probably get killed with my turret. Alas, there's probably gonna be moments here where, screw it, I'm gonna go for it. How bad can this be? I don't think I'll die. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I'll be swearing through this. Sorry guys, if that's if you didn't expect that to happen, you haven't watched my other games. I mean, I fully intend not to lose my shit too often, but it'll happen. These kinds of games bring out the potty mouth in a guy. So in a guy or a gal. Anyways, for now, I just wanted to get a quick playthrough of this first day and night in, just to sort of get a feel for the land that's going to generate, what kind of game I can play. I want to try to do it a little differently than the other games I've played. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you guys will come back. And as always, don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, folks. See you around next time. Peace, everybody. I just noticed that there's a hound, like your ship crashed on a hound. That's awesome. And it actually fades away, so no wonder I've never noticed it before. That's pretty funny.